Hey, how's it going, guys? Kaptain Kuba here, and welcome to another God of War video. This week I wanted to just take a look at my collection. I know I did a video like this a couple of years back, but I think it was with my phone. It was a live stream. It just didn't look very good. And I've also gotten some more items, and I wanted to show you guys, but I also wanted to take stock of how many God of War things I have and maybe start to categorize them like properly in my collection. Now, before we get started, I want to give a big thanks to all of my members for supporting the channel. Like, without you guys, I can't do weird things like this, you know, experimental things. This is never. What are you doing?
It would be great if you liked and subscribed. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you know that took a lot out of her. She had surgery, so she can't. I don't know why she did that. I don't know why she did that. But you okay?
Yeah.
Honey?
I'm okay.
But yeah, with that said, let's just jump into the collection. I'm gonna start with, I guess, the first God of War item I ever bought. I believe I bought this when I was in college. Can you pass me the shirt, ma'am? So this is a God of War shirt. Okay, I'm pretty sure I bought this at the PlayStation website. It's Kratos versus Zeus. One of those like all these like 1800s like this Sunday at the bar we're gonna have Kratos and Zeus type of thing, right? I would wear it right now, but I've gotten a little bit big. I've gotten a little bit Thor-like, if you will. And it just doesn't look very good on me. Okay, so next we have the statues and figurines. You guys know me. I love a good statue. Now look at this. Look at this beauty. It's got a little bit of cat hair, but look at this beauty. Look, you seeing this? It's just Kratos and Atreus just in action killing a couple Draugrs. My bad, Hellwalkers, okay? I believe this came with the God of War 2018 collector's edition. It's just really cool. It's very dynamic. Like if you look at the Hellwalker, like his head is being actively cut off. It's a really good statue. It just kind of somehow takes the movement of what it would look like and somehow keeps it there. It's a cool statue, right? Let me know what you think about it. Okay, next we have Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo. Because it's just like the tiny version of it. But it's a Kratos bobblehead. I believe that my mom got this for me when she went to New York. Like she went to one of those like shops like on the street. But I think it's really cool. It's got some weight to it. It's not flimsy, which is one of the things I look for the most in collector items. The next one is a Funko Pop. I think it's the only one I have. And my wife just informed me that people hate these now for some reason. I guess they are kind of cheap to make. It's just, you know, it's got the same face, this little Kratos design. But I thought it was cool. This came out after God of War 2018, obviously, but it's the only Funko Pop I got, you know. Okay, next we have something that I probably slept with the first week I got it. That sounds wrong, but it's really cool. Oh, that was nice! It's the level 52 collector statues of Kratos and Atreus. These are really cool. I wanted to save them for the very last items I was going to talk about, just because they're made with such good quality. Like I believe it's still like a really thick plastic. It's heavy. Like, trust me, it is. I shouldn't be doing this. It's really heavy, and it makes it feel like it's actually wood. So it's Kratos and Atreus. It just looks really cool. Level 52, or maybe another company, came out with a similar set of statues for God of War Ragnarok. It had Kratos, Atreus, and I think Freya, and a couple other Mimir as well. So I wanted to get that one, but for some reason I forgot, and I think they don't have them anymore. But I'm just lucky I got these after God of War 2018. These are like one of my most prized collection items because they're just so well made, and maybe one day I'll get the God of War Ragnarok 2s just so I can complete the collection, you know. But look at this, just look at the detail on this thing. Okay, maybe not that. This kind of reveals how much of a clumsy guy I am. I love these things, but the first day I opened this statue, like the Atreus one, I accidentally broke his arrows. Like, to be fair, okay, they are like the flimsiest part of the collector item. I kind of held it by the arrows and then they just broke. This might be a theme that you see throughout this video. There's a couple of things that are kind of broken. But I guess because I'm a top God of War YouTuber, they still have value, okay? That's kind of how I'm seeing it. Okay, so next we have a God of War 2 Kratos toy. This is also one that's just really cool. This one's special for me because I think I've talked about this multiple times. You know, growing up in Cuba, I didn't have access to a lot of toys. I had to hand draw a lot of them and just play with them. Look at me, poor Cuba, right? So I never really got to have like really cool toys. And when I saw this, I believe it was at Toys R Us. I don't know why Toys R Us were selling a murderous like protagonist in their catalog, but when I saw it, I had to get it. And there's still that part of me that's a kid that just wants to open this thing. I think I started to open it, as you can see, but I kind of had second thoughts because again, I'm a very clumsy guy, and I feel like the first thing that's gonna get lost is the Medusa head. Like that's the first thing that's gonna go, and I don't want to lose it. I don't think they manufacture these anymore. These are really cool. Maybe one day I'll open it. That'll be a stream idea for a rainy day. Kaptain Kuba playing with toys. Okay, so next we have a couple of, I would say miscellaneous figurines type of things. I have the Kratos bear shirt pin. Like, I don't know what this would be. It's just a little pin that you could wear, I think. So I have the Kratos one, which it's signified by the bear. The Atreus one, which is a wolf, and the Freya one, the little bird, right? And these ones are really cool. These are made in the design that the figurines of God of War 2018 were made. This is Freya. I believe this is Sindri. This is Brock, and this is my most hated character in God of War Ragnarok, Freyr, which is why I cut off his head. Okay, no. This is another case of me being clumsy. I think when I opened the collector's edition, I dropped the Freyr statue by accident, and it just broke. But it kind of became symbolic of like, I really don't like Freyr, and it's like I think it's the only one in my collection that's just very damaged that way. But I swear to God, I did not do it on purpose. One day I'll super glue it, but I just think it's funny how it is right now. Just like his head just fell off. Alright, so those were the figurines / statues. Now we're moving on to the games themselves. You can't really have a God of War collection without the games. And these days, you know, physical media is becoming more and more rare, so I'm pretty proud that I have. These are all like God of War cases, right? This is the God of War collection, right? It's just a regular, well, it's the greatest hit box, which is pretty cool. Oh my God, I remember a story behind this. My friend Camilo, he was really into FIFA, right? And I think he got me to buy FIFA 2012, I think, right? And the box that it came with was special to him somehow. It was a special, one-of-a-kind box, right? You guys know me, I don't like FIFA. And then I noticed that he had the God of War collection, and he had the greatest hit box. And I said, hey man, I'll trade you the FIFA box for the God of War collection case. And we did it. I don't remember I don't even know if it was FIFA, but I remember this wasn't my box because I bought the collection day one. It wasn't enough time for it to be a greatest hit. It had to be like a year later, right? So I remember now that this wasn't even my box. So shout out to Camilo. Next we have God of War 3. Yeah, next we have the God of War Origins collection. There's not really nothing really special about this. This is a regular box. Alright, next we have God of War Ascension. There's not much to talk about. It's just the case. There is something much cooler from the God of War Ascension collection that I'll show you later, but you know, for that's it. God of War 3 for the PS4, pretty cool. This is really cool. This my wife got to me, which at the time was my girlfriend. She got me the Japanese edition of the God of War collection and God of War 3. Whoa, that was a nice transition, huh? And you can see in the back that it's Japanese. I believe this is the one Cesti has at the moment, like he's been playing it. I didn't really play it much because it was really hard to connect OBS with my PlayStation 3. Or maybe it was just me who's stupid and just doesn't know how to connect things properly, right? This is God of War 2018. This is obviously really special to me just because it's God of War 2018. My channel started because of God of War 2018. Okay, next we have another victim of Kaptain Kuba, the special steel case of God of War Ragnarok. There's another map in here.
That's not Ragnarok.
Wait a minute.
Oh, it's 2018. Wait a second. So wait, I have like a map from 2018? See, I'm telling you guys, I'm finding things that I've completely forgotten about. So this is the case for God of War 2018. I don't know how it broke. I might have stepped on it by accident. Bruh. But yeah, this is the map that it came with it. It's really cool. It's the Lake of Nine. But moving on, we got God of War Ragnarok. You know, not much to say. It's just the regular box. The launch edition, actually. It's the launch edition box. But I'm sure, you know, if you follow this channel, I'm sure you had that as well. And I think this is the God of War Ragnarok one. So yeah, it's very similar to this one. So it's kind of cool that I have the 2 editions of the steel case. This is the God of War Ragnarok one. Where's the disc? There's no disc. I don't know where the disc is. But that is the God of War Ragnarok steel case, which is really cool. And you know, you can't have games without the guides. These are all the guides. Oh shit. I never read them because I'm a God of War player. Cesti needs them. He poor guy. You know, he needs to study some God of War. Who the hell buys guides anyway? God of War 3, God of War 2, and God of War 2, the limited edition guide. So those are, you know, the things you kind of would expect with a God of War collection. Okay, so those were the God of War games and the guides. Now we're gonna move on to a category that I'm kind of calling just miscellaneous. I don't really know what category to put these things in. For example, I got a tiny Thor hammer. It's actually a pin. It's actually pretty cool. I don't remember where I got this. I think it was PlayStation themselves. Like, they reached out to me when Ragnarok came out, and they were like, "Hey, we would like to send you a couple things." Like, from that very same collection, I also have, yeah, I have a little notebook. It's really cool. It's got a Kratos' shield as the, what do you call it, the block, I guess. Here is a little card game my wife or my wife's mom got for me. I don't remember who it was. They don't really have anything lore related on them, which is, it's kind of sad. I never played them because I personally don't like to play with cards. Next we have something that I think it's pretty rare because I don't know, Sony might still be doing like PlayStation 4 controllers, but this is a, I believe, God of War 2018 controller. Like, it's got the fork that Sindri and Brock have. So it's pretty cool. It's got the God of War logo as well on the touchpad. It's really cool. I try not to use this very much. I used it for a time, but because it's a collector's item, I just kind of save it as a collector's item. All right, next we have something that's just very special to me. You guys know I like statues, but I also like Greek bases. Like, the art style, it's just beautiful. And if you notice it, like, this is the design from the base of God of War 2018, the one Kratos drops. Speaking of another mug, I think this is called a beer stein. Right? A beer stein? I don't drink beer. I don't know. Santa Monica was holding a photo mode contest for God of War 2018's anniversary, I believe. I don't know if it was based on like the best picture, but they just picked at random, right? Because my pictures are never that good. But it's a beer stein, which is just really cool. But even cooler than that, came this little bottle opener, which legit looks like Brock and Sindri made it. Like, it's got, again, once again, the fork that they have, the symbol, the Huldra Brothers symbol, and it's really good quality. I've never used this, obviously. For one thing, I don't drink, but it's got everything. It's got a serrated blade. I don't know why they use that. This is the bottle opener itself, and then it's a corkscrew opener thing. So this is really cool. Thank you, Santa Monica. It was a little bit biased of you guys to send me this, but I appreciate it. Next we have, what is this? This is a record, right? And you would need to have a record player to play it. I've never had one. But this is the God of War Ragnarok soundtrack. I believe this came with the God of War Ragnarok Collector's Edition. Check it out. Yeah. Okay, so next we have a little Leviathan Axe keychain. This one has fallen victim to my clumsiness. I look, because it was a keychain, I think it's more justifiable that I lost it. Like, it just broke off with the use, right? But it's really cool. It's made of actual metal. Like, the quality is really good. Next we have something I'm never gonna use because I'm not a D&D player. But this came with the God of War Ragnarok Collector's Edition. Bruh. It's just a bunch of D&D dice. You know, I think they're all the brothers inspired. Okay, next we have the other map. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, I think I like this one more than the God of War 2018 map. It represents all the 9 realms. It's a beautiful, like, art style. It looks like a legit map. I like these things. We have some God of War lanyards. Is that how you say it?
Lanyards.
Lanyards? I'm sorry. Necklaces thingies, okay? God of War 3 thing. This one's actually a little bit more cool. This is like a piece of history because I don't think modern gamers will know what this is. I didn't even know what this was. This is a Chains of Olympus lanyard, okay? And it was for GameStop employees. On the back of the little Chains of Olympus thing, it says like the things that the game will have. It's just like talking points, I guess, for people. It's like, hey, what's up with that God of War game? Like, what's it about? But it's cool that I have a piece of physical video game, media from the past. These are just little cards and things that Santa Monica has sent me with packages. They hired an artist from Twitter to make this. They work with them a lot. So I think I got all of these from this artist. Santa Monica has been sending them to me whenever they send me a package or something. That sounds so braggy. Whenever Santa Monica sends me something, oh, they're such a bother. Always send me things in the email. Guys, please. Thank you, Santa Monica. Appreciate it. Okay, so that stuff was the miscellaneous objects. Now we're getting into the unofficial items, and I don't know, they're special to me. I know they're not official, right? But my wife has given them to me, and sometimes they're just really cool. Like this thing. Check this out. Haha. Oh, what is it? Oh, you wonder what this is? It's a PlayStation 5 cover. Like, I don't know of another PlayStation cover or a PlayStation edition that looks as cool as this. Like, the styrofoam is made to look like it's actual stone, and Thor's hammer, it can actually be detached. Like, it's got some weight to it. It's really good. I should say that there's not a lot of these. This is the 10th out of 40, right? So there shouldn't be any more. But it was made by Fan to Fan, the Instagram page, in case you want to see what they're working on. They have really cool stuff. Okay, next we have another unofficial item by the same company, Fan to Fan. This is from God of War 2018. It's a controller holder. I don't know what you would call it. I actually, another one of my victims, I broke it by accident. Like this, it should have gone like this, right? Holding it there. But my setup is so tiny. Become a member if you want a bigger setup of Kaptain Kuba. It makes me really sad because it is one of my favorite things, at least from the unofficial things. Like, it looks really cool. This is a Kratos head. It's actually meant to put on headphones on. Like, it's a headphone holder. Again, I don't have a lot of space in my setup. That's why you don't really see it. Not the pink, not the cat ears. There you go. Not the cat ears, but there you go. I think you got this at Etsy too, right? It was an Etsy purchase. This is a drinking horn. My wife actually had this custom made by people who make drinking horns. So it's made of an actual horn. Sorry, PETA. I've never actually used it, and it feel bad because I feel like as a YouTuber I should. You know, you're supposed to stand out from the crowd, and drinking from a drinking horn is just perfect. All of these like beta males drinking prime drinks. This is what a true male drinks from, like a horn. This one's probably the coolest one. My wife had me custom made a ring. I think it was an engagement ring or just a promise ring. I don't know which one, but it says Ragnarok is coming. I think this was the first thing that Corey Barlog, because I tweeted about it, and I think he retweeted it, and he thought it was really cool. I'm also wearing a God of War Dev Team shirt. My wife got this made, which is really cool. I think this was for a pre-Ragnarok, obviously, the Dev Team shirt. I do not work for Santa Monica Studios. I want to reiterate that just in case. But that kind of concludes the unofficial collection. All right, so getting back to the official items, we have some miscellaneous books that I have. This is the God of War Fallen God comics that Eric Williams sent me, like, after the interview, I think. I remember I was really awkward about this because you guys know that I'm not a big fan of the Fallen God comics, right? But I still appreciate that he sent me all the physical copies. I don't think a lot of people have these, so it's just cool that I have them. The other thing is this French history of God of War. Like, it's just the history of how God of War came to be. It's got some really cool art that I had never seen before. I'm not saying like this is the only place where you're gonna see them, but it's got a couple of Kratos designs that you might find completely unique. But it is kind of cool, and you know, it kind of tells you the whole story of how God of War came to be, right? B is for boy. So this is, I don't even know how they passed like the censoring this. But the art style is really good. It's the same artist that worked in the previously shown cards that I showed you guys. So it's really cool that they just made this whole thing. I should read it again. I remember when I read it, there was something interesting that maybe I was going to make a video on. This is the God of War cookbook. I like this because I know it's not, you know, a typical stereotype of guys liking to cook, but I kind of like to cook, and I've been wanting to do a cooking show for you guys for the longest time. It's just the preparation, man. Did you know Kratos likes to eat quiche? It's canon. Kratos eats quiche, okay? That looks pretty good. But yeah, this is the God of... Is that hot dogs? Well, that's carrots. I'm like, I didn't have hot dogs. No special. This is God of War Lore and Legends. There's so many things, so many videos I got from this book. It's a really good quality, and on the inside it's got so much lore that, you know, the games just didn't go into it. My favorite thing, obviously, is the the full timeline. Like that's my favorite thing. I've read this timeline so many times. There's so much information in this thing. The whole thing is just, it's really cool. It's got a bestiary as well. Out of all of the miscellaneous books, this is probably my favorite one. Alright, so now we've entered into the art book category. This is one of my favorite things to collect, just period. Like, I don't have just God of War, I have The Order 1886 and a couple other art books. Speaking of art, like this, I think this came with the God of War 2018 collector edition. This apparently was the first image, or like the first concept art that the artist at Santa Monica made for God of War 2018. In the back, it's Corey talking about it, and he signed it as well. But I think this is not a personal item just to me. I think this came with all of the collector's edition, but I thought it's still cool, and you know, it kind of goes with all the art books as well, because it was the first concept art. Getting to a really cool one is the God of War 2 art book. I don't even want to open this, because when I bought it, it kind of came already flimsy. Like, these are just old. I don't know when they were released. I wish it was in a better condition, but I love these things. I love art books, man, and this God of War 2's is one of my favorite ones, obviously. I wish there was one for God of War 1, but I don't think they exist. And this one's in an even worse condition. I feel really bad because I obviously like this one a lot. This one I'm really scared of opening. Oh god, it's like split down the middle. I don't like the way it's, I'm gonna close it. I need to glue it. I honestly think this is flat out one of the coolest art books ever made. The game wasn't that great, but this art book, look at that. Look at that golden like sheen. It's kind of peeling off a little bit. That's on me. But it's huge. Man, this is one sick art book. Like, they really went all out with this thing. I love it. It's great, man. Alright, next we have God of War 2018. They sell the physical copy, and you can also buy it at Dark Horse Comics as well. And the same goes with God of War Ragnarok. This one came with a collector's edition. Like a nice little cover, which got a little bit dirty. Sorry, Eric, my bad. Here's the book itself. This one's similar to Ascension in the quality. Like, look at this thing. It's just Thor's hammer. It just looks really good. Look at that thing. Look at the artist at Santa Monica Studios. Look at that thing. That's fucking cool. I also have a tiny edition of the God of War Ragnarok art book. It's just cool. Yeah, it's cool to have. Okay, so next we have the replicas, you know, things that you see in the game. The first item, of course, is Pandora's box. The power to kill a god. Haha, empty. Well, this is just really cool. Of course, it's not the size of the actual box, but it is well. It's very well detailed. Like, it's engraved properly, like how it is in the game. So it's really cool. It's Thor's hammer, which actually has electricity. Listen to this. That's electricity right there. You hear it? I have no idea what that is, but something's rattling in there. I wish I could just smash some fruit with this, right? But this one's also kind of light, you know, it's kind of hollow on the inside. I feel like this one would break, but it's still just a really cool hammer, right? I think these are the toys that Tres was playing with in the E3 2016 demo. If not, at least I'm pretty sure this one was, and he was fighting with another one. But if not, you can find the Slipnir figurine in the game, like very early on. And it makes me sad because I feel like they were teasing something. What happened to Slipnir? Huh? It's really cool. Little Spartan bag, and in it is none other than the Dropnir ring. This is just, it's cool. Like, you can't see this in the game, but I'm sure this is how it's designed. On the inside, you can see the Spartan shield sigil inside, like the little triangle thing, which is really cool. This one's actually made of metal. This one's really good. I'm gonna wear both of them now. Look at that. But now we're getting into the weapons. Like, these are actually weapons. Like, they can cut. Give me the peppers. Alright, so it turns out the cooking show came a little bit earlier than expected. We're gonna be dicing some pepper here.
That's not how you use an axe.
Oh! That actually worked! Look at that. The entrails of the pepper. So next we have the Blades of Chaos. Probably one of the most iconic weapons in video game history. Like, it doesn't get more recognizable than this. They actually also cut a lot too. They're actually heavier than the axe, if you can believe that. But yeah, those are the Blades of Chaos. But now it's time to, in a way, come to the end. These are the items that, in a way, I cared the most about. They're the most priceless. It's just a couple of things. And again, it doesn't seem nearly as cool as these things, but they're important because they have someone from the studio type them, like they either left a signature or something, and they're just very special. For example, let's start off with the TC Carson signature. It's pretty priceless, I would say. It's the same with Freya. It's got the same, it's a similar drawing, and it's got Freya's signature up here as well. So it's just really cool that I got, you know, two of the top voice actors from the series. I have something from them, and these are things that, again, that I just think are priceless, you know. It's the same thing with this God of War 3 art book. It's a small one, but it's got two signatures. We believe this one's Andy Park's signature, one of the lead artists from God of War 3, or the God of War series in general. We don't know who this is. We tried looking up this this signature. If anyone in the video, if anyone watching this knows whose signature this is, I would really appreciate it. But it's really cool. It's the same art book, just with lesser images. It might have some unique ones, I'm not really sure. But it's really cool that I got their signature. This one's special because this came from Eric Williams himself. I think this came with the Fallen God comics, but it's a nice little envelope with the Odin Raven, and in it is a little something he wrote for me. We cannot thank you enough for taking the time to have Corey and I on your channel. It was truly an honor and something I hope we can do again after the game's release. Until then, keep the theories and videos coming, and go forth in the name of Ragnarok. Thank you from Eric, Corey, and everyone at Santa Monica Studios. So it's just a little piece, you know. It's just cool, you know. I got something from a director that just won a lot of awards, you know, with this game. It might not be my favorite, but it's still a God of War game, and it's cool that I have that. And it also just captured probably the highlight of my channel when I got to interview them both. So it's just cool that it's just here. It's here. It was able to capture that energy into this thing. Okay, next I have something that I think I'll even make Emanuel Mojica jealous about. I don't think he has this. He has a lot of things, but I don't think he has the original pitch for God of War 1. You can see like the first initial ideas of God of War 1. Ideas that just never made it in. These are just things drawn by David Jaffe himself. This is history in the making. This is one of the coolest things a God of War fan could have. And on top of that, he signed it in a very David Jaffe way. Like, it's just kind of, it's just scribbly, you know. It addresses me in it. Captain Kuba, hey, Kratos and I thank you for keeping the Ghost of Sparta alive and well on your channel. And then he drew a little Kratos. He drew a little Kratos. I'm glad he was a director and not an artist guy. But it's okay. It's cool. This is one of a kind. Suck it, Emanuel Mojica. I don't think you have this. If you do, let me know, so I can be embarrassed. This might not seem like much. It's just a wallpaper for God of War 1. It was a gift by Cory Barlog and maybe Santa Monica. I'm gonna say it was all of Santa Monica, but it's got a Cory Barlog signature in it. He sent me this as a gift for my wedding. Kanaruhi and I got married, and he sent me this, and that's what I mean. Like, it kind of connects both things that I care about in life: God of War and just my marriage. You know, it kind of combines two things, and I think this is just the best. And I think these last things I mentioned are like the top things in my collection. But yeah, that kind of concludes Captain Kuba's collection, God of War collection. Let me know what you thought of it. We would have to count like while we're editing to see like how many items I have, because I didn't think I had that many. This is fucking crazy. So I actually counted how many items I had in my God of War collection, and it was a total of 81. And a couple of days ago I asked the community how many items you guys thought I had. No one got the actual number right, but the one who got the closest was Marquise Gorham 4226. So congratulations, Marquise, you got actually really close, man. Definitely let me know in the comment section which one was your favorite. You know, I would really appreciate it. Let me know if you have some things that I don't have. Like I am looking to expand on my collection a little bit more when I get some more space. If you want to become a member, I would greatly appreciate it. We're working on a lot of things, you know, working on new perks for you guys to enjoy. I'm trying to take the channel more seriously now, just, you know, coming back. I feel like I've gained more confidence, and it's good to be back, you know. So if you want to support me, if you want to support the channel on this new journey, I would really appreciate it if you guys became a member. But if not, that's all good. I still need to thank all of the ones that have been members since the very beginning, or since yesterday. It doesn't matter. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. You guys don't have to do it, but, you know, you go the extra mile. So I want to make sure I say that I really appreciate it. You know, you guys supported me. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. And last but not least, I want to thank everyone who likes and shares my videos. Again, I know it doesn't seem like much, but, you know, for YouTubers, it's a really great help. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And until then, remember, go forth in the name of Olympus. Is that good? It's like more? Good? Look at that. Look at that second shirt. It's pretty cool, huh? Click on these videos. How about you click on these videos, huh? It's pretty cool. I don't know how many I'm gonna have, but just click on them, okay? Alright.